Hello, please listen and watch carefully regarding my discussion on denotation and connotation. The first term that comes here is denotation. Denotation is simply the dictionary or lexical meaning of a word. It is a literal meaning that is called primary meaning. It's the surface meaning of the term of any given word. In its strict definition, it's the dictionary definition of a word, phrase, or object. So, surface meaning or main meaning of the word is called denotation. Or, it's the actual thing or idea that it represents can be termed as denotation. For readers to come across the meaning, to deduce the meaning from the text, denotation is very easy in comparison to its connotation that the word refers to, evoking different emotions, sentiments. For many readers, denotation is very easy because is only confined to dictionary meaning or surface meaning. Red rose, for example, denotes a woody perennial flower plant in red color here. There are different types of roses, but red rose here is one species of rose that is woody perennial flowering plant. And after talking about denotation, it's time to talk about connotation. Connotation is opposite to denotation. This means it's not the dictionary meaning of a word, it's added meaning or implied meaning of a text. In its Latin language, it means to mark in addition. To mark in addition refers to here to add something to the original or to add something to the dictionary definition. The meaning that we search from any word, on any phrase, or any symbols, or any imagery can be depending upon the situation, depending upon the culture, depending upon the tradition, depending upon psychological and other aspects. So, connotation implies to the emotional or cultural association with the word rather than its dictionary definition. Dictionary definition relates to denotation. Connotation refers to emotional or cultural association that the word is related. Connotation is simply a feeling or ideas that a word has or the extended meaning of a word, phrase, or picture. It's the suggestion or implication evoked by a word or phrase in certain context. Already mentioned example regarding red rose here. The connotation of red rose is love and passion while talking about a relationship, whereas there are several types of connotations. They can influence the way you think about or we think about any word or phrase. They are positive, negative, and neutral. Positive connotations are favorable connotations, whereas negative connotations are unfavorable. But neutral, they are always neutral, neither to connotation favorable. Favorable here means words that make people feel good, that is positive connotation. And the words that provoke a negative emotional response, that connotes negative or unfavorable connotation here. Neutral, in the mostly scientific and research writing, neutral connotation is used. The connotation of words can also change drastically from one culture to the next. The cultural variations can be there while talking about the connotations. The cultural, religious, linguistic, social, economic, and different variations can create the situation. These different situations can imply in different contexts and meaning can be deduced. Authors use connotation to allow the readers to infer, to deduce more meaning than there is explicitly written on the page. What is explicitly written on the page is dictionary. But what is implied? Connotation. So let's talk about the difference between connotation and denotation. With our previous discussion regarding connotation and denotation separately, you might have got the point regarding the differences between connotation and denotation. Let us see connotation and denotation, how they differ. Connotation and denotation are opposite concepts. To understand a word's connotation is to understand its implied or evoked meaning. An additional meaning for a word or phrase, connotation. The denotation of a word is its literal or first order meaning, dictionary meaning, surface meaning, whereas the connotation is implicit meaning or latent meaning. Surface meaning relates to denotation, deep meaning relates to connotation. So, simply speaking here, the wide array of positive and negative associations the most words naturally carry with them is connotation. Very simple. In conclusion, connotation can be everything in language, creating positive and or negative implications for words that have the same principal meaning. So it's very clear. Connotation creates that kind of environment. It creates the environment for readers to play with words, play with symbols, play with imagery and other figures of speech. So it depends on the choice of language that the writer has made, and the way you try to deduce the meaning from the text. Some examples relating to connotation and denotation here taken here. House and home. Both words refer to the structure in which person lives. At home connotes domesticity, motherland, and warmth and comfort, whereas house sounds colder and more distant. House normally refers to physical structure, and there is no ownness, or there is a saying that home is where the heart is. So there is a connotation that is warmth. So depending upon the choice of words or diction, writers or readers try to find the implied meaning of the text, of the terms or of the phrases. Riots versus protests. This is political terms. And riots connotes a violent gathering of people, while protests can have a more peaceful connotation. Both relate to revolt, kind of different kinds of revolt. But denotation, dictionary meaning, connotation, implied meaning. Be clear about that. Denotation, surface meaning, connotation, deep meaning. So with these two meanings, you can remember the differences between these two terms. Introduced by J.S. Mill. Anyway, I'm sure you got the point. Please don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you very much.